Hello, my dear 4th sem students. Now, today I am discussing about the carboxylic acid remaining part. Before we start, I like to inform you that all of you might have noticed one thing that our department will going to conduct a poster, a handmade poster by individual person of or students of BSc or BA, BCom, anyone. Okay, so poster and photographic presentation by you people in connected with the environmental conditions. For example, if somewhere in nearby your village, if PP kits are thrown, PP kits are thrown nearby your village, you take the photograph and give a quote for it. Okay, so is this the way in which the PP kits are thrown? Like this, somewhere nearby you, some polymer waste means bottles, polymer material are thrown. Okay, uh, on ground. Then you can take the photograph it and write your own quote and send it to us in the G format. That is a Google format sent to you in your respective classes. Similarly, if you want to make a poster of size 2 by 2, 2 feet by 2 feet, using pen, pencil, or color, okay, you make a photograph, sorry, um, a poster by your own hand and give a caption at the bottom. For example, there is a greenhouse or a green area, so that photograph or something, whatever you are having innovative ideas in your mind, you can put in the poster that is connected to what environment, and give a citation or some few lines regarding that, and send upload it to with your name and everything in the Google format to our format to us. Okay, and you may participate in both photographic presentation as well as poster presentation, and for that there will be prize of 1,700 and 500 for both the events. So I request most of you participate with interest and give a quote and send it to us as early as possible before, because the 16th, I think tomorrow is the last date. Even you can take 2 more days, up to 18 you can send it to us, we will accept it. So after 18, we will not consider your poster or in generally the photographic presentation. ಎರಡೂ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೋದು. ಒಂದು ಫೋಟೋ ತೆಗೆದು ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು ನಡೀತದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪೋಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ರಿಲೆವೆಂಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಚಿತ್ರದಾಗ ಏನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ರಿಲೆವೆಂಟ್ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಲೈನು 2 ಲೈನ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ದ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಟು ಸಚ್ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಆರ್ ಸಚ್ ಎ ಪೋಸ್ಟರ್ where there must be environmental related issues in the picture, and that how, whether it is a curable or non-curable, or whether it is a well or good, that will be expressed by you. So ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು citation ಹಾಕಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, so that is wonderful, that is a thinking for you. So conducting such event in the department is make you people to get aware of this what we call the environmental conditions of nearby your side. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು, ಈ ನೀವು ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫಿಗೆ ತೆಗೆಯುವಾಗ ಯಾವುದೇ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗಿಂದಾಗಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ರಾಗಲಿ ಫೋಟೋ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಕಳಿಸಿದರೆ ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಜಿಯೋ ಟ್ಯಾಗ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಜಿಯೋ ಟ್ಯಾಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಿಯೋ ಟ್ಯಾಗ್ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೈಡ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ದಿ what you call whatever the citation or slogan for your photo. So one may send 2 or 3 photos in a one picture and give the slogan. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಗೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬೇಡ ಸರ್ ನಾವು ಒಂದೇ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ತೆಗೀರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು, ನಿಯರ್ ಬೈ ಯು. ಯಾವುದೋ ಊರು ಯಾವುದೋ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಇರುವಂಥ ನಮಗೆ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಯರ್ ಬೈ ಯುವರ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ನಿಯರ್ ಬೈ ಯುವರ್ ಹೌಸ್, ನಿಯರ್ ಬೈ ಯುವರ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್, ನಿಯರ್ ಬೈ ಯುವರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಹೌಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ವಾಟರ್ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ದು ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಒಗೆದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಂಥವೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್, ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಫೋಟೋಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗಿವ್ ದ ಸಮ್ slogan for it and send to us. So I am expecting more and more from you people to take such photos and show your talent in photography as well as poster presentation. So eradu both two types of competitions are there. One poster presentation with some citation, another photo presentation with the geotag. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ನಂಬ್ಕೊಂಡು ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ದ ಮೇನ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್. ಓಕೆ, so far we have discussed regarding the carboxylic acid. So almost the 50% of the topic is over. So what are carboxylic acid, what is the function group, and the naming and all these things, structures, and almost 50% is over. So RCOOH, here you can see RCOH containing carbonyl group as well as hydroxyl group attached to the functional group R is called as a carboxylic acid, where O, C double bond O and OH. C double bond means carbonyl group and OH means hydroxyl group. Both are attached to the same carbon. Okay, so the compound of such type are considered as carboxylic acid, and the naming of this compound is done usually by replacing E of alkane by OIC acid. To name the aliphatic carboxylic acid, the E of alkane is replaced by OIC acid, where the COH group is there in case of aliphatic hydrocarbons. Okay. Similarly, if an aromatic ring is there, the one of the best name given is benzoic acid. Okay, so all these things, naming and with the functional group, if any additional functional groups are there, all I have discussed last time. I don't want to go for that. Now another point I have discussed last time is regarding structure. Okay, like carbonyl group, here is also you are having a carbonyl as well as hydroxyl group. Okay, so the carbonyl carbon, and you can see here carbonyl carbon red colored. Okay, oxygen is red colored, black is a carbon carbon, and faint color is the 3 hydrogens, and another is a hydrogen with OH group. Okay, so here the carbonyl carbon with oxygen bond angle is 119, almost it is 120 degree, and the remaining bond are almost 120. You can see the structure of this the carboxylic acid. Carbon with sp2 hybridized, that is this one is sp2 hybridized pi bond and a sigma bond, and oxygen contain lone pair of electron, you can see. So this is a peculiar structure. You can see one is a sigma bond, another is a pi bond with a yellow colored loop with 2 lone pair. That is the oxygen contain totally 2 lone pair electrons. So this is the structure of that is C double bond O. Okay, similarly you can see here in the case of this, yes, in the case of acetic acid, CS3 C double bond OH, oxygen of this CS3, okay, contains 2 lone pair of electrons, and the central carbon where the carbon group is located is called as sp2 hybridized carbon, and that carbon is linked with OH group. Okay, OH, here also the oxygen contains lone pair of electron. Okay, so this structure and all these things already I have explained, but for your information, you have to remember the sp2 hybridized carbon with C double bond O is having 33% S character and remaining 67% P character, and the carbon to oxygen bond length of a carbon to OH group is 1.36, and that of carbon to oxygen double bonded C double bond O is 1.21. So this is all what about the structure and all these things last time I have explained. And one more thing is the C double bond O functional group. C double bond O functional group having 4 electrons, and oxygen OH group is also having 4 electron. So here the shift of a double bond between C double bond O to COH may takes place, and oxygen will get plus charge, and the carbonyl O oxygen will get negative with 6 electrons. Okay, so that means there is a resonance type structure for that is a C double bond OOH group. There is a major and minor structures I have shown. And remember, if the proton is eliminated, then the positive charge is located between both the oxygen, that is the dotted, that already I have explained last time. Okay, now with this, I wanted to move on to the other aspect, esterification. So what is esterification? When carboxylic acid and alcohol are treated with each other in presence of an acid, so there is a formation of a ester. So this reaction is called as a esterification. Okay, RCOOH plus HOR dash. HOR dash is a alcohol. RCOH is a acid. When treated in presence of a few drops of concentrated sulfuric acid, so there is a formation of RCOOR dash plus water. So acid and alcohol, when treated in presence of sulfuric acid, forms an ester. So this is a common known as esterification reaction. Okay, now let us see here. Yes, I have given some example. When ethanol is treated with, ethanol means alcohol, is treated with ethanoic acid, that is acetic acid. There is a formation of ethyl ethonate, CH3COO C2H5. Okay, so ethanol is C2H5OH, and ethanoic acid is CH3COH, acetic acid plus ethyl alcohol. In presence of few drops of concentrated sulfuric acid, undergoes esterification, and the product is ethyl ethonate, ethyl acetate in general. Okay, well, now similarly you can have another example. When you take the alcohol, that is methanol, and treat with benzoic acid. Methanol, when treated with benzoic acid, in presence of again few drops of concentrated sulfuric acid, elimination of water molecule, H from CH3O and OH from carboxylic acid will be eliminated as a water, and you will get C6H5COOCH3, methyl benzoate. Okay, so C6H5CO O is called a benzoate group, and CH3 is attached to this, therefore it is called a methyl benzoate. So both aliphatic as well as aromatic esters can be prepared by reaction of corresponding carboxylic acid with alcohols, right? So generally you can see carboxylic acid react with alcohol to form ester in presence of few drops of concentrated sulfuric acid, as already I have mentioned. So generally I have written acid plus alcohol. It is not an HCl or H2SO4, organic acid plus ethyl alcohol. Any alcohol gives ester and water. So this reaction is called as esterification, and which already you are familiar in your previous classes. Okay, well, now again in detail I want to explain the mechanism of this. Esterification is the process of combining or combination of a organic acid, that is RCOH, with an alcohol ROH to form an ester RCOR and water, or a chemical reaction resulting in the formation of at least one ester product by acid and alcohol reaction. For example, you can see here RCOOH, there's a carboxylic acid, ROH giving RCOOR dash, okay, plus water. So the process forward reaction is called esterification. If the same reaction is carried out in a reverse order, it is called a hydrolysis. So hydrolysis of ester will produce carboxylic acid and alcohol, and that we will discuss in the next slides. Okay, hydrolysis. Well, now come to the esterification mechanism. First step involved is cation formation. Okay, RCOOH in generally a carboxylic acid, like instead of R you can write H, formic acid. Formic acid when allowed to react with sulfuric acid. So what is sulfuric acid? H2SO4. So I have written like H single bond OSO3H, right? So when this come in contact with carbon 2 double bond oxygen, okay, so the hydrogen gets added to the oxygen and the double bond shifted, okay, and you will get Hc plus OH and OH, two OH groups attached to the carbon, and the central carbon is having positive charge, plus HSO3 minus HSO4 minus. Okay, well, now in the next step, what happened? Alcohol comes to attack this cation, and whereby the alcohol attaches, because the alcohol oxygen HOCH3 alcohol containing lone pair of electron, because there are two lone pair of electron oxygen, therefore that oxygen moves towards the carbon and the positive charge shift to oxygen. So you will get another cation where carbon with 2OH group and OCH3H attacks to this huge molecule. There is a cation. Now in the third step, what happened? The cation whichever formed is now undergo change. So what is the change? The lone pair of electron which are there here, which are there, so which are here, they will shift to oxygen, and at the same time the oxygen will shift its charges towards the positively charged oxygen, the hydrogen, and finally you will get CH3O and carbon with oxygen and two hydrogens, is plus charge, and the carbon with OH. So this results, so you can see here this results, okay. So that CH3 plus O will become here CO plus HH. Okay, now in the next step, what happened? Okay, there is a little bit problem. Yes. Okay. That shift occurs, and in the fourth step, the lone pair of electron on this oxygen now move towards the carbon and make it C double bond OH plus, and the carbon to oxygen having 2 HH will be eliminated as a water. That's the dehydration of water molecule, removal of water. will takes place, and you will get CHOH, then C double bond O and OCH3, that is HC double bond O plus HOCH3. This is a product formed. In the next step, what happened? The HSO4 minus will abstract or take a proton, that is a deprotonation of hydrogen from C double bond O, gives HC double bond OOCH3. So this is the reaction where you will get your ester, okay, with removal of H2SO4 as it is. So regeneration of H2SO4 will take place as a catalyst, and here the proton transfer results into ester formation. Okay, so similarly the same reaction can be explained in another format also, that is called esterification mechanism by Fischer formula. In this there is a small difference. Wherever there in this reaction we are using the water molecule or alcohol molecule, it is called as protonated, already protonated. Okay, so you can see step 1, protonation. Alcohol containing ROHH positive charge, 2 protons are attacked, so plus. Okay, it's called a protonated alcohol. Protonated alcohol when treated with carboxylic acid, okay, the H of protonated alcohol shift to oxygen, and you will get in the second step R double bond O plus H and OH. Okay, so this is the molecule containing plus charge on the oxygen. Okay, in the next step, what happened? ROH, R-OH is your alcohol. So R-OH contains lone pair of electron and carbon to oxygen shifts. So that makes oxygen to get 4 electron and H, and this oxygen R-OH of alcohol attached to this carbon. So R, C, OH, OH and OH R dash. Here the oxygen which has lost the electron will get a positive charge. So this is called as nucleophilic addition. Nucleophilic addition means here the OH will act as a nucleophile of alcohol, and that will be added. So it is called a nucleophilic addition. In the next step, you will find protonation. So what is this protonation? So proton transfer takes place. How the proton transfer takes place? You can see ROH, OR. Here H plus containing O plus containing H as well as R, that will removes its proton, as another alcohol molecule ROH will take the proton and it will make ROH2 plus. That is the secondary part. And here what you get? R, C, OH, OH and OR dash, OR dash. Okay, 2 OH group, hydroxyl group attached to the carbon with R and alkoxy group, red color OR. Now, in the next step, what happened? The alcohol containing protonated H plus. Okay, so here the lone pair of electron from the, I think it is a OH group, will shift towards the H, or it will take a proton from the RH2O plus, and finally in the next step you will get RCOHOR and OH2 with plus charge. Okay, so that is proton transfer. So the alcohol containing a proton, that will be shifted to this, and you will get this product. So this product again, it will come in contact with alcohol, where the removal of proton, okay, removal of proton and formation of carbon to oxygen double bond, and at the same time removal of water also takes place, that is H2O plus. This will be removed, lone pair of electrons shifted to the carbon to oxygen as a double bond, and still the H plus will be formation, and this H plus again in the last step undergo deprotonation, removal of the proton to form your ester RCOR. So Now my request is either you can go through this Fischer esterification mechanism, or else this mechanism, first mechanism I have shown, both are one and the same, but the steps of representation may be different. You can choose the first one, it is well and good. If you choose second one, it is also well and good, but it is left to you. And well, while writing the mechanism, you need not worry about the word of explanation. Don't go for explanation in 2 3 pages for the any reaction. Only just you show the shift, okay, just like a mathematical equation, how the H is added, how the H is removed, how the carbonyl group undergo changes. Okay, so that you can show it. That itself is sufficient for this reaction mechanism. Okay, ನೀವು ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಜರೂರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ 1 ದಾಗ ಪ್ರೋಟೋನೇಷನ್, ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ 2 ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಫಿಲಿಕ್ ಅಡಿಷನ್, ಸಾಕಷ್ಟೇ ಬರೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆ್ಯಡ್ 1 or 2 ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್. ಯಾವ ಬುಕ್ಕಿಶ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರೀರಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾ ಹೇಳೋದಿಷ್ಟ, ಯು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಟ್ವೈಸ್. ಓಕೆ, 2 ಸಲ ಬರೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಮೈನ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. ಅಟ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರೆಫರ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ and that is sufficient for. So any mechanism, whether it is esterification, hydrolysis, whatever it may be, you practice at least once or twice whatever I have given. And for each reaction, sometime I have given more than one or more than two methods of representation of mechanism. So among that, whichever you feel, you choose it. ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಸರಿ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಈಜಿ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಭಾಳ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು. Okay, right. Then now, hydrolysis of ester. So what is this hydrolysis of ester? Hydrolysis, already I have told you, it is a reverse process of whatever the esterification you have done. You take the ester, okay, and subject it for hydrolysis. What is an ester? RCOOR dash, and subject or the treatment with water in presence of an acid like sulfuric acid. So here you will get back carboxylic acid, RCOH, and ROH. So ester on acid hydrolysis will produce acid and alcohol, organic acid and alcohol. So this process is called as a, what you call as a hydrolysis. Okay, so in short, I again repeat the same thing. Esterification is a process. Esterification is a process. Okay. Esterification is a process where an acid and alcohol, organic acid and alcohol undergo combination to give an ester. Then the reverse process of that, ester on treating with sulfuric acid in the presence of water gives carboxylic acid and alcohol. It is a reverse process. So hydrolysis is a reverse process of esterification, right? So this can be achieved in two ways. One is by acid hydrolysis and second is by base hydrolysis. Okay, so you can see esters are hydrolyzed in aqueous base to form carboxylate anion and alcohol. That is a basic hydrolysis. Okay. Yes. Now related to this, the first one is acid hydrolysis. It is a little bit overlap of the sentence. The first sentence, what you are observing is, yes, you can see esters are hydrolyzed in acidic condition to form carboxylate or carboxylic acid and alcohol. That is RCOR, H2O giving RCOH plus R-OH. Okay, the mechanism of this is very simple. Already you may be noticed. That is RCOR get protonated. Okay, the O group will get OH and carbon will get positive. Then this is subjected for addition of water molecule, where the water is added to the positive charged carbon, okay, and you will get OHH, okay. So this positively charged hydroxyl group again lose carbon to oxygen bond, and whereby there is a elimination of alcohol ROH, and you will get RCHO RC plus OH and OH. So this undergo an transfer of proton, and you will get RCOH. So in acidic media means H plus sulfuric acid. So this reaction takes place. This is a probable mechanism you can expect. So ester can undergo hydrolysis by an acid catalyzed by this way. Now, if the same reaction is carried in presence of a base, what would be the happening? What would be the product? Ester, when treated with a base like NaOH or KOH and heat it, you will get the sodium salt of a carboxylic acid, sodium salt of carboxylic acid, RCOO minus Na plus, and alcohol. So this reaction is nothing but formation of a soap, okay. So it is also called as a saponification reaction. So acid hydrolysis of ester will give you carboxylic acid and alcohol. Base hydrolysis will give you, that is a sodium salt of carboxylic acid, nothing but soap, okay. And if you see the mechanism of this reaction, okay, in the earlier case there is a protonation H plus, here is a OH minus. So OH minus will attack to the carbonyl group. You can see here red colored OH minus. It is a base NaOH or KOH hydrolysis to give Na plus and OH minus. So that OH minus attack to this carbon, and RCOH and the lone pair of electron will be shifted to the double bond, and you will get 6 electrons on the oxygen with a negative charge. Now these electrons, 6 electrons present on the oxygen, again shift towards the oxygen to carbon, and OH will be eliminated, and you will get RCOOH plus RO minus. In the second step, what happened, that whatever the R C double bond OOH formed will react with your RO minus Na plus, RO minus Na plus. So RO minus will take a proton as a removed as alcohol, and RC double bond O minus and Na plus. So sodium salt of carboxylic acid will going to form, okay. So that is soap. So formation of soap, saponification, okay. If you look these two reactions, it's very simple. In both acid case catalyzed reaction as well as base catalyzed reaction, the reaction follows with the H plus acid catalyzed reaction to give carboxylic acid and alcohol. With base catalyzed reaction, a saponification reaction takes place to form a sodium or potassium salt of carboxylic acid, okay. All these are very simple reaction, you observe very carefully, right. Now acid catalyzed hydrolysis of ester, this reaction is also referred as, okay, a new terminology will come, A, capital A, small a, C2 reaction, acid catalyzed reaction. A capital A stands for acid, and AC stands for acid catalyzed, 2 stands for bimolecular reaction, okay. So whatever the reaction I have discussed in the previous slide, again it is a repetition. The mechanism of hydrolysis of ester by acid catalyzed reaction involves breaking of bond between acyl group and oxygen of ester is a second order kinetics. Hence this reaction is referred as AAC2. AAC2. Why it is called as AAC2? Because the breaking of acyl group and oxygen of ester is a second order reaction. The rate of reaction depends upon the two molecules. that is called as a 2. Okay, therefore acidic catalyzed hydrolysis of ester is referred as AAC2 reaction. So in examination there may be 5 marks question guarantee. Explain the mechanism of esterification of ester by AAC2. Okay, this is a question. Or else explain AAC2 mechanism. Simple, one word. Then you have to write this. AAC2, AC. A means acid catalyzed acyl oxygen cleavage bimolecular reaction. Okay. Okay. This reaction you have to write RCOH plus H2SO4 giving alcohol and your carboxylic acid. So how this mechanism takes place, you can see one by one. Okay, so here I have mentioned a few steps. So what are the few steps? Let us see here. This acid catalyzed reaction follows in this manner. In the first step, there is a protonation. Remember, always whenever protonation is there, it is the addition of a proton. Okay, RC double bond O OR. This is ester. Okay, that C double bond O contains 4 lone pair of electron. Okay, then here I have shown OHH plus. What is this? H2O having additional H. That is what we call as a H3O plus. H3O plus. Oxygen having plus charge. Okay, so that is proton. Or in some of the text they have not written like this. They will write only H plus. Don't get confused. Okay, ನೀವು H plus ಬರೆದ್ರೂ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ H3O plus ಬರೆದ್ರೂ ನಡೀತದೆ. Okay, so what happened? The proton of H3O plus, there is a proton, undergo protonation to the carbonyl group RC double bond plus H and OR dash. So this molecule will going to form. Okay, in the next step, the water molecule H2O, which is present in the reaction system, will shift lone pair of electron to the carbonyl carbon, and at the same time the carbon to oxygen double bond shift towards the oxygen, so it will become OH. Already in a previous case it is a OH plus with double bond, it will become OH with a single bond, RCOH, and water molecule containing lone pair of electron shift to the central carbon. Okay, OH, and H is O is having plus and OR dash, that is the nucleophile OH minus attached to that carbon. In the next step, what happened? This undergoes elimination of a proton, that is proton transfer takes place. The OHH radicular plus charge will lose a proton. Okay, lose a proton, and finally you will get this RCOH OH OR dash, RCOH OH OR dash, that is this molecule contain 2 hydroxyl group with R and OR dash. Now in this case what happened? The lone pair of electron from H3O plus again shift to this OR dash, and it will become OHR dash plus charge. Okay, so here proton transfer again, and you will get a cation containing this typical structure. Okay, now in the last step, what happened? Again the nucleophilic attack, okay, of water molecule, that is HOH. Okay, so there is lone pair of electron shift from oxygen to carbon, and that makes the carbon to show positive charge with lone pair of electron OH with positive charge, and oxygen to carbon double bond. Okay, and at the same time this OHR dash will get eliminated as a alcohol. Okay, as a alcohol, and you will find RC double bond O plus H and OH. So this stabilizes in its equilibrium condition as RCOOH, carboxylic acid. Okay, so this is a mechanism you try to remember. If there is a mechanism of explain AAC2 mechanism for hydrolysis of a ester, you just first write the general equation and go on explaining one by one all these whatever I have shown, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and in accumulated formula you can write this. Otherwise, if you won't write any explanation for step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, it is also well and good. But only thing is, whatever you will represent here, particularly the mechanism step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So everything should be represented with proper shift of the bond. Then only you will get the marks. Okay, so this is acid catalyzed hydrolysis of ester, that is called AAC2 mechanism. Okay, so it is ROH plus sulfuric acid giving RCOOH. Similarly, the similar reaction, ester when treated with NaOH means it is a base. So base catalyzed hydrolysis of ester, it is called as a BAC2 reaction. So that is the next one. Okay, so you can see here, base catalyzed hydrolysis of ester. In general, it is represented as BAC2. B stands for base, AC means the breakage of acyl, and the reaction is a bimolecular, two molecules concentration dependent. Okay, so this is called as base catalyzed hydrolysis of ester, BAC2. Okay, so I don't want to go in detail regarding all these things because it is a saponification reactions which already you are familiar with this. That is, ester when treated with a base like OH, NaOH or KOH, gives the sodium salt of acid and R-OH. Now you can distinguish this reaction with acid catalyzed. In case of acid catalyzed reaction, the product is RCOOH, carboxylic acid and alcohol. Here, soap formation, sodium or potassium salt of carboxylic acid. So that is the difference between acid and base catalyzed reaction. Don't get confused in the examination. Okay, in case of acid, there is a formation. In case of acid catalyzed reaction, ester gives simple acid and alcohol. In case of base catalyzed reaction, there is a sodium or potassium salt of the product. Right. Now here again we start the mechanism of base catalyzed ester hydrolysis, that is a BAC2. B means base, AC means acyl oxygen cleavage, that is carbon to OR breaking, this is called acyl, carbon to OR dash. Okay, that group breaking is called acyl. So base catalyzed carbon to oxygen breaking, that is BAC, acyl oxygen cleavage. 2 stands for bimolecular. Okay, so you can see mechanism step by step. In the first step, there is a nucleophilic addition of OH, that is NaOH ionizes to give Na plus and OH minus, that is a red colored OH minus I have shown. And you know carbonyl group contains a negative oxygen and a positive carbon. So negative carbon, negative oxygen will be there, and at the positive side the OH group will attach. So you will get ROHOR dash and oxygen with negative charge. So this is a nucleophilic addition at the carbonyl position takes place. In the next step, elimination of a OR dash. Okay, elimination of OR molecule. Okay, so in the next step, what happens? The lone pair of electron which is present on the oxygen with negative charge shift towards the carbon to oxygen, makes C double bond O. Okay, and at that time the OR dash will be get eliminated, OR minus will be eliminated. So you will get RC double bond O OH, RC double bond O OH. So there is a formation of your carboxylic acid with the elimination of R dash OH, and that R dash OH in turns react with the proton to form your alcohol. That's a different part. So that will be explained in the third step. So deprotonation of a carboxylic acid, okay, whatever RCOH formed, it will remove its proton as an alcohol by reacting with R dash O minus as an alcohol, and you will get RCO minus C double bond O. Okay, RC minus RCO minus C double bond O, which is in equilibrium with RC double bond O minus, that the negative charge may be shifting. That is a resonance type of carboxylate anion forms. Okay, so this carboxylate anion further don't react with RO minus. Okay, so this shown it as a don't occur, so that step is not possible. So what next? This RCOO minus will react with Na to form this sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Sodium salt of carboxylic acid, that is soap formation. Okay, so these are the three steps possible. One is nucleophilic addition. Second one is elimination of OR. And third one is deprotonation of carboxylate. And there is a formation of this carboxylate anion. So this carboxylate anion in turn react with an alkali like NaOH to form sodium or potassium salt of your carboxylic acid, that is known as soap. So this is BAC2. BAC2. So in examination, you may expect a 5 marks question. Explain esterification mechanism, either AAC2 or BAC2. Anyone is 100% sure. Please practice at home, right? Now, as per your syllabus, they have mentioned some derivatives of carboxylic acid. So derivatives means you are having the formula for RCOOH, carboxylic acid. The OH group can be replaced by some other functional group, okay, and whereby it will going to form the different product. So you can see RCOOH, the OH group is replaced by Cl, then they are called as a acyl chloride, RCOCl. If it is replaced by another OCOR dash, then it is called as acid anhydrides, RCOOCOR dash, acid anhydrides. That is the carboxylic acid RCOOH group. H will be replaced by another acid, okay, as H2O, and OCOR dash attaches, and the resulting is acid anhydride formation. In the next case, when RCOH is treated with an ammonia, it will be going to form RCONH2 or RCONHR dash or RCONHR. So all these are called as amides. So CONH is amide group. Okay, that may be primary, secondary, or tertiary amine attached to it. It all depends upon the nature of amino group. Okay, my idea is when RCOOH is treated with subjected for aminolysis, there is a formation of a bond between CO and NH, that is a amide formation. Okay, and the esterification, you know the ester formation. When carboxylic acid is treated with alcohol, formation of ester. So these are the 4 different derivatives possible for carboxylic acid. There are some other are there, but as per your syllabus, they have mentioned only these 4. Now, accordingly, I will explain one by one with their formation, their preparation, okay, in the next few slides. Okay, now you can see acyl oxygen, that is acyl chloride, not oxygen, acyl chloride. So what is this acyl chloride? Okay, replacing the final IC acid of the name of carboxylic acid, YL chloride, it is called as a acyl chloride. Okay, so you can see CS3COOH. CS3COOH is acetic acid. The H of the acetic acid is replaced by Cl, and you will get CS3COCl, that is ethynyl chloride. Similarly, CS3CH2COOH is a propionic acid. Okay, the H is replaced by Cl, that is called a propenyl chloride. Propenyl chloride. Benzoic acid C6H5COH, H is replaced by Cl, benzyl chloride. So all these are the certain examples pertaining to acyl chloride. So what is acyl chloride? RCOCl. General formula I have represented in the previous slide. Okay, so CH3COCl, C2H5COCl, C6H5COCl. All these are the example pertaining to your acyl chloride. Now, how these acyl chloride are prepared? How they are prepared? The preparation is very simple. Acyl chlorides are the most reactive among the carboxylic acid derivative, and they can be prepared by using thionyl chloride, phosphorus trichloride, or phosphorus pentachloride by following reactions. You can see here RCOOH is a carboxylic acid when treated with thionyl chloride SOCl2. So there is a formation of RCOCl plus SO2 plus HCl. Okay, RCOCl is acetyl chloride. Similarly, when treated with PCl3, so RCOCl plus H3PO4, phosphoric acid and acetyl chloride. Okay, acyl chloride. Similarly, when you treated with PCl5, RCOCl, it will going to form RCOOH plus PCl5, use RCOCl, POCl3 plus HCl. Okay, so like a simple method, either by treating with thionyl chloride or treating with phosphorus trichloride or phosphorus pentachloride, these acyl chloride can be prepared. Okay, now you can put R is equal to CS3 or R is equal to C2H5, R is equal to benzene ring here, and you will have the different acyl chlorides. Okay, then now we move on to the another aspect, that is acid chlorides. So what are acid anhydrides? What are acid anhydrides? So let us see this simple definition. Acid anhydrides are named by dropping the word acid from the name of parent carboxylic acid and then adding the word anhydride. Okay, so let us see what is the formula for acetic anhydride. RCOOCOR. It's a general formula. RCOOCOR. It's an anhydride. Okay, how these can be prepared? Before we go for that, CS3CO, CS3COO, COCS3. So this is commonly known as acetic anhydride or ethanoic anhydride. Then CH3COO, OCO, C2H5. That is, this is called as ethanoic propionic anhydride. Right? Similarly, CH3COO, CO, C6H5. So it is a benzoic ethanoic anhydride. So in looking into all these examples, there is a one term common, that is a COOCO. So this is the anhydride form. Okay, which is attached with either R, R dash or aromatic ring. Right? Okay, so most commonly used is acetic anhydride CH3COOCOCH3. Sometimes this equation may be represented like this: CH3CO twice O. That is acetic anhydride. Okay, how these are prepared? How these are prepared? The formation of acid anhydride can be prepared by reacting acyl chloride with carboxylic acid in presence of a pyridine. Okay, the reaction can be used to prepare mixed anhydride or simple anhydride. Okay, so mixed anhydride as well as simple anhydride, among which mixed anhydride is little bit tedious, the possibility is less. Simple anhydride can be prepared. Okay, you can see RCOH is a carboxylic acid plus R dash COCl. It is a what we call a acid chloride, R dash COCl. When both are allowed to react in presence of pyridine, so what is the product? RCOO C double bond O R dash. Okay, so HCl, H of carboxylic acid and Cl of acid chloride will be eliminated as HCl, and you will get R C double bond O C double bond O R dash. That is a red colored. Okay, so what is your conclusion? The conclusion is when carboxylic acid is treated or heated with acyl chloride, that is RCOCl. Okay, acyl chloride. For example, if you put R dash is equal to CH3, acetyl chloride, and CH3, R is equal to CH3, it is CH3COOH. It is a acetic acid plus acetyl chloride, and treated in presence of pyridine, there is a formation of an ester CH3COO-COCH3, acetic anhydride formation. Okay, the reaction requires pyridine. So this R and R, they are same, then this reaction is a more favorable rather than the mixed R and R different. Okay, the another method employed here is acid chloride react to, acid chloride means RCOCl, can react with sodium salt of carboxylic acid RCOO minus Na plus. They are also in turn produce the same your RCOO-COR anhydrides. So anhydrides are having the formula RCOO-COR dash. It's anhydride. They can be prepared by treating the simple carboxylic acid with acid chloride or sodium salt of carboxylic acid with R-COCl, acetyl chloride, so the acyl chloride. Okay, results into the formation of your R, that is COO-COR anhydrides. Okay, so the next one is amides. Okay, so how the COH, carboxylic acid group, is converted into an amide. For example, CH3COH is a carboxylic acid. The H is replaced by NH2. It is called as an amine. So what kind of amine? It is ethanamide, because CONH2 grouping is an amide group. Similarly, C2H5CONH2, it is a propanamide. If the benzoic acid is there, benzamide, C6H5CONH2. Okay, let us see. Amide that have no substituents on the nitrogen atom are named by replacing OIC acid of the carboxylic acid with a name amide. The substituents on the nitrogen atom, amides, are named, and the name substituent is represented by N dash or NN dash. Okay, so you can see here this example here. CH3CONH2, it is ethanamide or acetamide. C2H5CONH2, it is a propanamide. Okay, and benzamide, C6H5CONH2. Suppose you can see here the NH2 group is attached to, instead of NH2, a CH3 group. So how it is named? N-methyl, the nitrogen containing methyl group is called the N-methyl ethanamide, CH3CO group attached to NHCH3, N-methyl ethanamide. Then if N is replaced by 2 methyl group, NN dimethyl propanamide, NN dimethyl propanamide. Okay, you can see C2H5CO NCS3CH3. Okay, so what are amide? Amide are having CONH linkage, CON linkage between aromatic or aliphatic hydrocarbons. Okay, you can see RCO, benzoic acid CO. H is replaced by another benzene ring with amine, it is NH. So it is called as N-phenyl, N-phenyl, that is nitrogen containing phenyl, and the remaining group is your benzamide. Okay, benzamide. So these are the simple examples pertaining to your amides. So amides are having the formula RCO, RCO and H, and H and H2. Okay, and these can be prepared. Okay, amides can be prepared by the reaction with carboxylic acid with ammonia. When it is treated with ammonia, there is a formation of RCOO minus NH4. That is a ammonium carboxylate will going to form first. And carboxylic acid, when treated with NH3, there is a formation of ammonium carboxylate, RCOO minus NH2. On heating this ammonium carboxylate, it loses a molecule of water because the two hydrogen of NH4 and oxygen will be eliminated as a water, and NH2 directly linked to carbonyl group. So RCONH2. So amide will going to form. Okay, that is the ammonium carboxylate on heating lose a molecule of water to form RCONH2, RCONH2, and amide is going to form. Okay, the better way to prepare amide is reacting ammonia or amines with acyl chloride also. So that is also possible. But as per your syllabus, what they have mentioned, these are the four different, what we call the derivatives of carboxylic acids, and one simple method of preparation. And already you have come across esters. So what are esters? The definition, everything you know. When RCOH, H is replaced by alkoxy group like OCH3 or OC2H5 or OC6H5, it results into the formation of ester. Okay, the name of esters are derived from the name of alcohol with the ending YL and carboxylic acid with the ending OAT, carboxylate. Okay, so for example, CH3CO, OCH3, methyl ethonate. So it's the ethanoic acid, that is ATE is replaced by, ending YL. Okay, so here you can see CH3CO, OCH3. Okay, CH3COH is your ethanoic acid. Okay, when the H is replaced by CH3, it is called a methyl ethonate. The H acid, IC acid, is replaced by ATE, ethonate. So methyl ethonate. Similarly, formic acid, HCOOH, formic acid. So it is called as a methanoic acid. So methanoic acid, IC acid, is replaced by ATE. Okay, so what kind of functional group is attached? C2H5. So ethyl methanoic acid, AIC acid is replaced by ATE, methanate, ethyl methanate. Similarly, you can have CH3COO, CH, CH3 twice. Okay, methyl ethyl ethionate, methyl ethyl ethionate. So one thing is very clear: the esters you have learnt in previous examples are the same thing. Okay, so you can see C6H5OCH3. C6H5COH is a benzoic acid. The H is replaced by CH3. So what happens now? You can name it as a methyl, that is CH3 attached. The remaining thing is benzoic acid. Benzoic acid is now become benzoate. AT is added. Okay, benzoic acid will become benzoate, methyl benzoate. Or else, if the CH3 group is attached, sorry, phenyl group is attached to acetic acid, CH3COOH, so it is referred as phenyl ethanoate. Phenyl ethanoate. You can see the naming can be done according to what type of nuclei. You can see, is it ethanoic acid or is it benzoic acid? You can choose them. So the preparation of these acids is, sorry, esters, already I have discussed. When carboxylic acid is treated with alcohol in presence of a acid or a base, the corresponding esters are possible, RCOR dash plus H2O. So these are the some of the derivatives of a carboxylic acid: esters, amides, then acetyl chlorides, and acyl, that's anhydrides. So these are the few examples pertaining to your syllabus. Now I have given certain set of questions to you based on so far the carboxylic acid. The first one is, describe the structure of a carboxylate ion. Already I have discussed in the beginning. Why formic acid is stronger than acetic acid? Because of the value of K. Why? You can just explain yourself. Then among bromoacetic acid, chloroacetic acid, which one is stronger and why? Between 1 chloro and 2 propionic acid, which one is stronger and why? Explain explain the acidic character of mono, di, and trichloroacetic acid. I have explained all these things in the previous episode. Why trichloroacetic acid trichloroacetic is more stronger than dichloroacetic acid and acetic acid? Okay, why benzoic acid is meta oriented? Why the next entering electrophile NO2 will grow to meta position of the benzoic acid rather than ortho and para? Describe how the acidic strength of various nitrobenzoic acid and hydrobenzoic acid in details, right? Give the comparison of study of comparative study of acidic strength of acetic acid, mono, di, and trichloroacetic acid. Then some questions pertaining to UPAC name of the carboxylic acid. So all such questions are possible for the syllabus. So please try to answer whatever the discussion I have made so far. Okay, with the next episode, I will come with some other different questions and certain answers to also. Okay, so with this, today I want to sum up the things, and I will meet you next week with another ending part of this topic. Okay, so please stay at home. Please stay at home. Wear mask. Okay, and get sanitized with your hand either by washing with soap or the sanitizer. Okay, keep fit, keep healthy, stay at home. That is the slogan. So with all these, I wanted to end up this topic, this session here only. Thank you.